right. What up, people? What's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And today we're going to be talking about weak men. We're going to be talking about weak-ass men, okay? Before we get into that, make sure you guys go get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Make sure you click the link below this video to get the hard copy, the ebook, or the audiobook, all right? So the audiobook is fire. You know, a lot of people have been getting the audiobook and stuff, you feel me? What up, people? We got in the chat room Demiola, Kenwood Drive, Lone Wolf, Jermaine Jones, Kid Pump, Waters on 10, what up? Savage D Savage, Chris Martinez, what's going on? What's the deal? So, real quick, before people start calling in, right? Because I want to talk about this, you know, guys that's on some weak shit. So the other day, what happened was, right? I got a comment or an email. I forgot which one it was, but it was a link to a video. And I don't know who the video's from. But basically, Marcus, I'm gonna have people call in a second, but I'll give you guys the numbers now: 646-481-3901. So there was a video of a dude who he was crying over some chick who broke up with him, and he was one of these dudes who, you know, is basically saying like, you know, it's hard for me to get girls, and you know, I don't get women, and you know, I was doing everything for her, and I was so good to her, and yada yada yada, right? Now the thing is, you know, most guys have gone through, you know, especially when you're younger, you go through shit where you deal with a chick feels like you know, you feel like the chick broke your heart, you're upset, you're distraught, you're depressed, you understand? And so what happens is that you start to, you know, figure who the fuck you are. You start thinking like, you know, shit is fucked up, the world is over. You know, you're like, oh, she broke my heart, all this other garbage, right? So in the video, the dude, he's crying and shit, and he's all upset and whatever. And see, the thing that I gotta get you guys to understand is this, is that forget women at this point, right? You have to understand your value. You understand? Understand who the fuck you are. Understand your value. So the reason why a lot of these dudes get all butthurt and upset about a lot of this shit is because they don't understand their value, right? And so I'm not saying that like if a girl breaks up with you that you was really feeling, I'm not saying you know, you might get sad a little bit, you might feel it a little bit, but for you to be sitting there crying and acting like this chick was your whole world, that shows that you're weak. You understand? Hold on, I'm gonna take some calls soon. I just gotta get all this shit out. I'm gonna get all this shit out first, and I'm gonna take some calls. But what I wanted to say is this, is that you gotta first value yourself as a man. You have to look at yourself as the shit, right? Because if you looked at yourself as the shit, you would not be crying, or you would not be getting all bent out of shape and upset and thinking you ain't shit because some girl left you. When a girl leaves you, right? You're saying it was probably his first girlfriend, right? When a girl leaves you, right? You have to understand that that's her loss. That's on her. That's, you know, you understand what I'm saying? It's like this. If I came to you, right, with a briefcase filled with $10 million or some shit, or $1 million or whatever, right? And I said, listen, you could take this briefcase, you can have it, do what you want. It's your money, right? I'm giving it to you. Next thing you know, you take the briefcase, and then tomorrow you come to me and you say, yo, you say, hey, here's the briefcase back with the money. I don't want it, right? Now, you're going to be looking at this person like, what's wrong with them that they don't want the fucking briefcase with money? You see what I'm saying? Because it's for, they can take it. It's theirs for free. It's no catches, nothing. You understand? But they're not taking it. So you're looking at them like they're fucking crazy. right? You're not getting, oh my God, how could you not take this money? I'm so sad that you're not taking this money. Well, all right, you don't want to take the money. That's your loss. It's the same shit that you have to have, or the same thought process you got to have when you're dealing with women. You see what I'm saying? Because women are going to come and go out your life. They're going to come and they're going to go. It is what it is. You're going to have chicks that's going to be with you for, a day, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe a few months, maybe a year, maybe a few years. Either way, it's just going to be a thing that comes and goes. Right? But the thing is that if you do not understand how valuable you are, then you are going to be one of these weak dudes who's crying and moaning about shit. And see, this is the funny part. Now, when it pertains to women, women do not like, or women are not going to be attracted to, guys who show weakness. So any of you guys who, want to, beg your girl back, or, your girl breaks up with you and you want to crawl back to her begging and crying, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. See, it's very unattractive for you to be showing that type of energy. Because, see, it's not saying that you don't have emotions and you should be emotionless. And, because people get this confused. They think, well, how do you not show emotions? How do you, how do you just, I'm a human being. I got emotions. I'm upset and all this other stuff, right? But you got to understand, as a man, when you understand what the real deal is about being a man, about being masculine, you understand about your value, you are not going to be acting that way. You understand? Because a lot of your emotions come from your beliefs. So a lot of these dudes believe they ain't shit, so they think they need a girl to feel good about themselves. And then what happens is, once the girl leaves them, they feel like they ain't shit again. They feel like they need this girl in order to feel good, or in order to be important. But you don't need her ass. You understand what I'm saying? But see, you only understand that through, going out here and doing your thing in the game. All right, what's popping? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. Locario, this is boy E, man. How you doing?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you?
Yeah, man, I'm here listening to your show here about this whole weak-ass man thing here, and I wanted to put a little my 2 cents on it here.
Right, go ahead.
So with this whole weak-ass man thing, at the end of the day, what people really need to realize is this. You really got to have a lot of self-value for yourself. I mean, nobody out there ain't going to give it to you. I mean, it's really simple as that here. It's all about you feel about yourself. If you love yourself enough, people, generally speaking, are going to love you.
Right.
I mean, I think that's just the most important thing that really, really matters. And at the end of the day, I mean, we're not really here to just, necessarily please everybody per se. We just trying to interact with those who want to engage in the same type of behavior that we want to do. And you just got to find people who are actually like-minded. I think that's the ultimate thing that really matters. So I was thinking to myself here, the things that you may preach about, or other people like Brian Tracy or Tony Roberts and all that stuff you'd be preaching about, I always thought, if this information is all in books and stuff like that, how come some of these school and education systems don't really bring that information near? They should just bring that information. Matter of fact, they should have classes on that. Right. The more self-awareness that a human being has itself, the better off it would be for us to interact with one another. Right. Because then we know a lot about each other here. That's what that. At the end of the day, that's what psychology is about here. Right. Unlike most creatures out there, matter of fact, majority all of them, they don't have the self-awareness that a human being has of itself. Like a human being has a dramatic amount of self-awareness. Right. Because we wouldn't have wrote none of these books for sociology. None of that shit would be there. No healthcare books or anything like that here. So all that science and stuff like that some people probably deny, that shit is real. That shit is fucking real.
And the thing is, the thing is too about what you were saying about the with the schooling shit was that the reason why they didn't teach it in schools because school is it's a mechanism to create workers. So they don't give a fuck about, like school is a hustle too, like college and all that. They hustling, they getting motherfuckers in there to train them to be workers. You know what I'm saying? So they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And see, the problem with self-help stuff is that a lot of people who try to, because it's really, this is why it's called self-help, because you're supposed to help yourself. The problem is that so many people are used to feeling like that other people are responsible for their own, success and progress. That even if you have a book that tells people the blueprint of how to go from point A to point B to make something happen, most people are not going to be successful with it, because they're not going to really do the things that they need to do to make it happen. You see what I mean? Because it's one thing to know it and read it, then there's another thing to actually do it. You feel what I mean? And that's the problem, is that a lot of these people, they just don't do it, which is why they're still in the same place they're in. You see what I mean?
Yeah, they just don't really apply the knowledge that they actually use.
Right.
You know what? A good analogy to that here, since I'm in the comic books and something like that, and I feel like this is something that taught me, was use information to your advantage. And Batman was one person that was doing that.
Right.
I mean, he was always doing that. I mean, he did research on everything. He was using that to his advantage. If Batman didn't do the research and didn't use the information he applied, then he would have lost against Superman a long damn time ago. He would have got his ass. And that would have been a game over wrap. But now, since he used it to his advantage, he's able to take out Batman and the whole Justice League. He had things already planned out ahead of him.
Right.
I mean, the thing is like, just like what you were saying, basically this education system that we're in is more or less like an indoctrination process.
Right,
here.
Exactly.
It's not really designed to educate you. It's designed to get you to work and to produce money and give them what you want over here. That's it. Like, damn.
Right.
Man, it's crazy, though, man. All that stuff's crazy, but it's all relevant at the same time, though. But, yo, man, I'm going to go ahead and let you go since I'm already at work and everything, man. I'll let you later. Y'all
right,
stay up, man. Stay positive here, whatever. Do whatever the best you can here to make out things right for you. Keep doing what you're doing, Mr. Carl. All
Thanks.
right.
Appreciate the call, bro. All right.
All right, peace.
Yeah, man. It's, that's what it is. A lot of people, they don't, dudes don't understand themselves, man. Because once you get a certain type of thought process, all that shit you crying about, it ain't gonna matter. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Mr. Locario, man, it's Quan. How you doing, man?
What up? Where you from?
Indiana.
Indiana. What's good?
Not much, man. Just want to get your insight on something.
All right.
Now I had a chick. Now I'm an actor, so I had a chick that I met a while back on set, but she stayed in Michigan.
Right.
So I exchanged contact information with her back then, like saying, hey, if you ever come back, hit me up, we'll link up. She said, cool. So recently, matter of fact, last night, she hit me up, was like, hey, just got some news, I'm planning on moving out your way, this and that.
Right.
So, and I'm pretty much our only connect out here, so I didn't want to come off, because I was some chick I was seeing, like, damn, I could make something happen with that.
Right.
But I didn't want to come off like, okay, I'm just trying to be a saver, whole type person, So how should I go about, like, if she comes back and, like, gets a place out here, with me being her only connect and her only form of contact out here, how should I go about dealing with her without coming off like, okay, I'm trying to save this chick or nothing like that?
Right. Well, the thing is, you got to just deal with her on your terms. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because the thing is this, if you don't try to say to her, or don't make any promises to her, or don't say anything to the effect of, oh yeah, come out here and I got you. You could stay at my place and as long as you want, and you could do all of this and you could do, and if you need some money, don't say any of that shit. Just be like, yo, when you come out here, let's we'll just kick it and hang out. You understand what I'm saying? Like just very vague and very like regular shit. Or if you want to actually be a little bit more forward with it, just be like, yo, when you come out here, hit me up and then we'll hook up. We'll just, we'll hang out a little bit and hook up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all you got to do is not put yourself in a position or say anything to her to have her even think of you as an option to be some dude that's going to save her. You see what I mean? Because
right.
It's all about your actions. It's all about your actions. You see what I'm saying? Because what a woman does is that she assesses how the guy comes at her. She assesses how he moves in relation to her. So if she first sees that, okay, you're gonna be the type of dude who's gonna give her a whole bunch of shit and you know, pay for a whole bunch of shit, she's like, okay, cool, I got me a dude that's gonna pay for a lot of shit and give me all this attention. If she sees that you're the type of guy who's like, yo, just come through and we gonna hang, she's like, okay, well, if I want to come through and you know, get some dick, then I'm gonna go and holler at this nigga. You see what I mean? So they designate dudes for different things, and you let them know what type of dude you are by your actions and your words. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all that really is. You know what I mean?
Right. Because, you know, she said she's trying to get some opportunities out here, this and that. So I was going to kind of, you know, just show her around, but not like saying I'm going to trick or nothing like that. But just kind of get her around, you know, get her out and probably meet some new people, this and that. But I didn't want to come off like, okay, this nigga just the tourist, you know, nigga that help out with people out of town.
Right.
I didn't want to come off that way because, you know, I was trying to, you know, make some moves on it. So.
Right, because what you can do is, if you want, what you do is you just invite her to something you already was going to do. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, let's say if you was going to an event, be like, yo, I'm about to, you know, go to this spot, you know, come through and I'll, you know, and chill. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, because you don't want it to seem like you're going out of your way to specifically do something for her. It's more so, hey, this is what I'm doing anyway, come through. And that's it. You see what I mean? Cool. And then you make your move in that situation. So that, you know, that's how you can make it happen. You know?
Well, shoot, man. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you, man. Keep it up, man. Keep the game up, dude. Because every video I watch, man, I get a new insight on life.
That's
and I pass that on to my peers, man. So keep doing this, man. You killing the game with it, man. You on top with this, man. So keep it up. Because I see your following growing, man. I see every time it's a video, I see more and more comments. I see more and more people tuning in. So
that's what's up.
We definitely out here making an impact, man. So I appreciate
it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you, you know, calling in and tuning in, man. Definitely, yo.
No doubt, man. I'll catch you around there.
All right, peace. Woo. Man, I gotta turn on this fucking fan. It's like fucking hot as shit up in here. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Fucking hot as a motherfucker. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what up, Mr. Locario?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, man, I just wanted to, first off, thank you. My name is CJ, calling from Detroit, man.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I wanted to, first off, thank you for the game you've given over the years, man. And I just wanted to pretty much comment really quickly on the strong man thing. You've got to have some confidence, and I think that starts with going to the gym.
Right.
Once you get in that gym and get yourself together, get your body in shape, you start to feel better, and those endorphins and all that stuff start to kick in. And, you know, once women see you taking care of yourself and all that kind of stuff, it makes them more likely to approach you. You know, I've seen it, and it's happened to me a lot. So the last chick I was with, I felt like she broke me until I started going to the gym and listening to players like you and a whole bunch of other people. So I just wanted to be real quick. I didn't want to take up all the time. So, but I appreciate the game, man.
That's what's up, bro. Appreciate you calling, man.
All right, peace.
Yeah, that's the thing, you guys. You know, you guys got to focus on yourself, man. This is what I'm trying to say to you guys, man. You got to focus on yourself because, yo, this you gotta understand. This shit is gonna be the way it is. Meaning, you gonna fuck with some chicks, they gonna fuck with you, and then there's gonna be some chicks that's gonna fall off. There's gonna be some chicks who are gonna play you. There's gonna be some chicks who's gonna, you know, leave you quicker than others. It is what it is. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
This is James. How's it going?
What up? Where you from?
Good.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you now. Where you say you from?
I'm from New York.
New York. What's going on with you, man?
Yeah. All right. So quick question. I called last time. You know, college matches. For women.
Oh, you breaking up. You breaking up. What you said? Go ahead again.
All right. Basically, like I'm the dude telling them last time the college. So like basically, like I remember you and like Miles talking, and you said basically, you know, you guys were saying to tell the woman what you want, right? So, like, could I basically be specific on the approach about what I want, or do I have to be a little discreet with it? You know?
As far as what? So what do you want to do with the chick?
Alright, so basically, like, I just want to go on dates and like have sex, basically.
Right. So this is the thing, when you are dealing with chicks, right? Most of the time,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily need to verbally tell a girl what it is unless she brings up something that you're not trying to do. So let's say, for example, if you just want to hook up, right? But she's like, oh, I want to, get to know you, I want to go on dates, I'm not trying to do this and do that. Then you can sell her or have a discussion and say, well, this is what I want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Or this is what I'm trying to do. Or, yeah, we can make this happen. So you can verbally say it. Usually you don't necessarily need to do that much. So you said you want to go on dates and have sex, right?
Yeah.
So all you need to do is when you're dealing with a chick, you just do regular protocol, meaning you meet a chick, you get her information, you set up a date, you go on the date, and then when you're on the date, that's when you build some sexual tension in order to make sex happen. You see what I'm saying? So you can do it just the regular way of like actually going on a date with the chick and then escalate into sex. You see what I mean? So it's not necessarily where you need to say it out, just say it out there, because it's already going to be happening through your actions. Now, and the only reason you would need to say it is, let's say if you're dating a girl, and let's say you went on 2 dates with her or 3 dates with her and sex didn't happen, then at that point, you'd be like, yo, I want to, let's go do this. Let's go back to my spot and make it happen. But again, what you want to do is a lot of times is the best way to make anything happen is that the interaction should basically flow smoothly without you having to even say anything. So for example, if I was met a chick and I want to go on a date with her and have sex with her at some point, all I do is I get her information or she gets my information. We text on the phone and I say, meet me on Friday at this bar. I meet her at the bar. We're hanging out. We're talking. We're laughing. We're going back and forth. I start flirting with her. I got my arm around her. I start kissing her. You understand what I'm saying? Now that I'm kissing her, she's kissing me back. And now, I'm like, yo, let's go back to my spot or whatever. And then we go back to my spot and we have sex. So I did everything, which is the date and have sex, without even having to literally say, hey, let's go on a date and then have sex. You understand? Like, I didn't really need to verbally say it. I just sort of set it up that way. So a lot of times, all you need to do is learn how to set it up the way you want it to be set up. So for example, if you want to go on a date with a chick, next this weekend and then have sex with her, try to take her to a spot near where you're going to be at, or near where you can take her to have sex afterwards. So you go get a drink, after that, then you take her back to the spot. So you don't really necessarily need to verbally say as soon as you meet the girl, hey, guess what I want to do? I want to take you out and then I want to fuck you on my couch. You understand what I'm saying? You could say that if you want, but it's not necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I mean? And also too, what you got to understand too is that, and this is what a lot of guys don't understand, is that when you're being direct with a woman, so if you literally went up to the girl and said, hey, I'm gonna go take you to get a drink and then we're gonna fuck on my couch, right? If you're being that direct with her, you need to first be able to understand sort of you need to know how to read the chick. And what I mean by knowing how to read the girl is you need to see how or how into you she is. You understand? That's what I'm basically trying to say.
Yeah.
And so if you see that she's extremely into you, then it's easier to just say it because she's gonna be more receptive. So for example, I remember I met this girl over Tinder and we met at this bar. And so when we met at the bar, as soon as I got there, she gave me this big ass hug. We're sitting down. And she's like, she has like an arm around me. She's all rubbing my leg and shit, and like she's all up in my face. So I'm like, okay, this chick wants to smash. So we were literally at the bar for maybe maybe 8 to 10 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So now I was like, yo, let's go back to your spot, because she lived like near the bar. So as soon as that was done, I say, yo, let's go back to your house and hook up or whatever. Let's make it happen. And then it was just like that. So I was able to just flat out say it because I saw that she was really trying to do it. You see what I mean? So it all depends on you being able to read the shit.
I remember, like I was watching one of your videos with with Steve the Dean, and he was saying to basically, tell the woman like what it is. So like that means like be specific, right? And like doesn't that also mean like tell her everything?
No. So when you're saying tell a woman what it is, you can have the literal sense and the actual figurative sense. You understand what I'm saying? There's literally telling a girl what it is, and then there's figuratively telling her what it is. So figuratively means that your vibe is telling her what it is. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of you gotta understand something. All communication isn't verbal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's part of your communication that is non-verbal. And so this is why I tell guys that it's important to sort of like, put yourself out there, because you're going to pick up on these non-verbal things. And when you understand the non-verbal things, that in a lot of cases is going to help you out, because especially when you're dealing with women, because women are very passive. Women aren't very, like a girl isn't going to usually just tell you. You're going to find like once in a blue moon you find a girl like this, but usually most girls aren't going to say, hey, I want to fuck you, or hey, I want to suck your dick, or hey, I want to take you back to my house and do you. You understand? It's very non-verbal type of communication with women. You see what I'm saying? So we're saying that you figuratively are telling her what it is, or literally. So literally is you verbally saying, yo, this is what I'm trying to do. I want to smash. Let's go back to my place. Figuratively is sort of what I was talking about earlier, where you set up the situation. So you just hit up a girl, say, hey, we're gonna go meet me at this bar, right? You're saying to her, we're meeting at the bar. That's what the date is, but you're not literally saying, hey, let's go on a date. You're saying, hey, meet me at the bar, and that's implying we're going on a date. When you're at the bar and you're interacting with her, when you're flirting with her, when you're kissing her, when you're grabbing her on on her leg, or whatever while you're kissing her, that's you letting her know what it is through your body language. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're letting her know you are sexually attracted to her, and you want to do things sexually with her by you actually doing things sexually with her. So you're not even telling her it verbally, you're doing it. You see what I'm saying? And then so
I see.
You see what I mean? And so the thing is, at a certain point, you can mix in both of those things, where you're doing it on a verbal level and you're doing it through body language. So it's both things that you're doing. So when we say you got to tell a girl what it is, or let a girl know what it is basically your whole vibe when you're dealing with women just in general. You understand what I'm saying? Like for example, I'll give you a quick example to sort of illustrate this, right? So if I meet a girl, if I walk up to a girl at a bar and I'm talking to her, right? And I'm just having a conversation, right? What I'm doing is I'm letting her know that I'm the type of guy who is going to have a conversation with her without buying her a drink. You understand what I'm saying? Because some guys will go up and say, hey, can I get you a drink? And they'll buy the girl a drink, and then they'll start talking with her. You understand? But I'm going up to her, not buying her a drink, and talking to her. So what that's telling her, what I'm telling her what it is that I'm telling her I'm the type of guy who's going to approach you and talk to you without buying you a drink. You see what I'm saying? So so what you got to understand is, telling a girl what it is, it goes with nonverbal and verbal communication. You see what I'm saying? So it's both of those things. And so you got to understand how to do both of those things and know when to do it, when's the best time to do it, when's the best time to be verbal, when's the best time that you can just, do some nonverbal shit. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, see. All right, and I have one last quick question.
Right.
So like I've been approaching girls recently, and like I've been hesitating kind of, but like I would usually see women, you know what I mean, like in passing, and then I see them, like they kind of give me that look, but it's like kind of hard, because like I don't know if I should get them while they're like looking at me, or should I let them pass and then go back, turn around and then go after them?
Just hit them up as you see them. Yeah. If you see them checking you out, because sometimes it's hard because it's like really quick. So if you could get them before they pass, then you just be like, yo, what up? Or if they pass you, you could turn around and be like, yo, come here for a second, and then you talk to them. You see what I'm saying? Right. The thing is, what you don't want to do is You don't want to have them pass you all the way and then they're like a block away and then you run all the way back to holler at them. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that type of shit. But if they just pass you real quick, you turn around and be like, hey, hold on, what's going on? And you start talking to her. You see what I'm saying?
All right, I see.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Appreciate your content. Thank you, man.
Definitely, man. All right. I'll let you.
All right, take care. All right.
Peace. Yeah, man. See, that's the thing with the game, yo. You know, a lot of times, and I talked about this, I did a live stream yesterday on Facebook, and I was talking about the thing that's going to make you learn more is when you're actually out there doing the things and the stuff. Because you're going to notice certain things. You understand? Jermaine Jones, he said that's why indirect approach is better for you, because it's letting her know she can keep up with you verbally and conversation wise. You know, and this is the thing, man. It's like when you're out here, you know, interacting with these chicks, doing shit in the game, you got to understand all that nonverbal shit. You got to understand it, because that type of shit, you know, understanding how to read women, and that's a little bit more advanced, because most guys, they're not really, you know, there yet, because they're not really out there doing the things and the stuff. You understand? So you got to get yourself to a point where you're out there, you know, talking to more women and making shit happen, so that you can experience that nonverbal communication, or you can experience seeing that vibe, learning how to read the room, learning how to, you know, read women. You see what I'm saying? So, you know. But for those who's asking for the caller number is 646-481-3901. But yeah, so, you know, today I was talking about the weak ass dudes, man. Like, you cats gotta realize that you're putting women on a pedestal by crying over them, getting all butthurt over them. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. But see, it takes for you to realize what you bring to the table. It takes for you to realize, see, this is the thing. The problem is some of you guys have not been in situations where you were dealing with a woman who cooperates heavy, so you can see what it feels like. Hold on, let me get this call. What's poppin'? Who's this?
What's up, man? It's Karan from LA.
What up? What's going on with you?
What's up, man? I just got two things I want to get your advice on.
All right, what's good?
So I was at this restaurant with my pops, and the chick, she was eyeing me heavy, and he actually noticed it, and he was like, "Yo, she was checking you out."
Right.
So as we leaving, I just slid her my number, and she hit me up that night, and then we set the date up for Friday.
Right.
Which was the next day. And so we chilling, we at the bar having a good time, making out, you feel me, I'm building the sexual tension, all that. And I seen that her nipples was pierced, and she actually showed them to me inside the bar. Nice. and I was like, damn, is she crazy, or is she really trying to fuck like that? I don't know, but so we ended up leaving. We couldn't go back to my spot that night, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just set it up for another day.
Oh, what happened to her spot though?
She don't live by herself. That's the thing. I live in California, man. It's hella expensive out here.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I was like, cool. We just gonna set it up for another day. And so as we leaving, I'm like, all right, man. Give me a hug. I'm finna dip. It was a little bit cold outside. So she was like, no, I'm not trying to go outside and blah blah blah. I'm like, what? Okay, all right then, peace. And then you feel me? I hit her up. I want to say like a couple of days later, no reply, like nothing.
Oh, see.
I'm like, but I'm just so shocked by it, because she was feeling me, she was eyeing me, doing all this sexual shit on the date. It was crazy.
Right. Well, you know what it is though. This is what I'll be telling dudes, because I've been through that situation plenty of times. You gotta strike while the pussy is hot, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because
I was thinking.
Because yo, you gotta, and what you could have done, like they're saying in the chat room, you know, you could have got a hotel joint, or know about a hotel in your area or whatever you're gonna be at, and go to that spot, one of those cheap joints. Y'all go half on that shit, and then y'all make that shit happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Because
man, I wasn't even thinking at the time. I'm sure that makes a lot of sense though.
Right. Because you know.
Okay, so the second thing. So I met this chick on POF, right?
Right.
She hit me up. And you know, I set it up for the. I was like, you know, when are you free? And she was like, I'm free today. I get off at 12. She was like really on it.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's make it happen then. So that night, we kick it. We go to this bar. She's fine too. We go to this bar, and we chilling, having a good time.
Right.
Building the sexual tension, all that. We was where the restaurant was like it's Marina Del Rey, where they got like water and shit. So I was like, let's go kick it out there.
Right.
So we chilling. That's when we get to making out and everything. And she asked me like, you know, do you have sex with girls on the first date? I'm like, you know, is this a trick question? Is this or what? So I'm like, you know, I was hesitant on telling her the truth, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be honest. So I said, yeah, I have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she was like, oh, okay. And then, you know, we just got back to making out and shit. And then her spot happened to be 15 minutes away. So I was like, okay, I'm going to set it up to go to her spot to smash.
Right.
And she was like, she was kind of with it. And then after we was kissing, she was telling me all this, like, shit, like, I don't know if you can handle all this, you know, just like teasing, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm like, okay, she kind of busted. You know what I'm saying? So I talk my shit back. And so on the way back to her spot, I didn't park. I parked kind of not too far from the restaurant because we was like, it don't make no sense to take two cars.
Right.
So we just took her car. She took me back to my car. And we chilling. I'm like, okay, so you said it take how long to get to your spot? It's just a reminder. You really put that back in her head. And then she was like, oh, you know what? I'm not trying to fall asleep on you when I get to the spot.
Oh, she's talking that shit.
But look, let me tell you this. Before that, on the way to my car,
right,
she was saying, you know, 1 out of 10, I'd like for you to see me again. You know, shit like that. It was crazy. Like, she was really on it. And then, so I was like, you know, I tried one more time. I was like, let's go kick her your spot or whatever.
Right.
Like, stop playing, you feel me? And she was still like hesitant about it. So I was like, all right, I'm about to go.
Right. So you just bounced.
We get out the car. We hugged up. She like wouldn't let me go. She trying to kiss me, everything. She had on these yoga pants. She had a fat ass. Keep that in mind. She had on these yoga pants. I had my hand in the yoga pants.
Oh man, see, you could have made it happen, bro. You could have made it happen, bro.
So look, I'm getting to the point. So, I told her again. I was like, stop playing. Let's just go to the spot. Let's go to your spot. Get this thing popping. And she was like, nah, and so I was like, okay, whatever. So as I'm about to go get in my car, she's like, are you gonna hit me up tonight? Are you gonna let me know you made it home safe and just all this extra shit? Like, I'm just like, okay, this girl's just feeling me, but I don't know if she's playing or not. So,
you know what it is? This is what happened, because it's so funny with these chicks. It's just hilarious. Like, every time I hear shit like this, I'm like,
Can I say one more thing? Just the end of it. It's the end of the story.
All right.
So the next day, she hits me like, so what did you think about the first meetup? I'm like, I'm trying to play it cool. Like, oh, you was cool. I like the way we vibe, everything. She was like, yeah, the same. And you're so handsome. And keep that in mind too. Like, I'm handsome, and and I still have trouble. Like
exactly. That's exactly what I'm about to say.
Everything. That
go
does not matter.
Go ahead. That's exactly what I'm about to say. But go ahead.
So but during the day, I remember she was like talking about like relationship and how she's looking for somebody that's equally yoked and all this bullshit. Mm-hmm. She's 26 and I'm 24.
Right.
So I was like, okay, whatever. And so she texts me after she tells me that I'm handsome and all that. I'm not gonna let that blind me from getting to know the real you or some shit.
Right.
And I'm like, I just brushed that off. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I took the opportunity to set up the next date.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, let's kick it Friday night. This
right.
happened Tuesday. So I'm like, let's kick it Friday night. And she was like, okay, let's kick it at your spot. We can just chill, watch movies or something. Then she hits me with what makes you think I want you over at my place?
Man, yo, listen, stop. Stop with the bullshit.
Okay, all right.
Stop with the bullshit. Listen. Yo, it's like, you know what it is when you telling me these stories.
Yeah.
I'm remembering shit, the same shit that I've been going through. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just like, this shit is some bullshit. But
man,
it's the thing though. But I'm glad you told the whole story because I want to point out a few things for the people watching. Right.
Okay.
First of all, like what you said, because you're saying, look, these chicks are saying I'm handsome and they're physically attracted to you, and you still having issues getting to to the sex. This is why I want to point that out for one. Just so all you looks matters, guys. It's all about looks. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Does not matter.
Right. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now with the first girl, you should have definitely had the hotel. So make sure, next time if you're in a situation like that, of a hotel that you can go to, like immediately. Like, okay, I know this spot. We're gonna drive over to this spot. Go ahead and boom, make it happen. Now the second girl, and this is what I want. This is what I want guys to understand is that when you get girls who sort of ask you all these questions, because you know that she was asking you, so do you have sex on the first date, and how's the date going, and what do you think about this, and yada 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 and all that dumb shit, right?
She also asked me, do I give oral sex and all this crazy shit? I'm like,
right.
Kind of bug, like I don't know if she's playing or not.
Right.
And even when I text her, I've been watching videos and you said, get to the point if that's what you want to sex. So I was like, yo, I think you're really attractive, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I do want to have sex with you. And then after that, she was like, thank you for your honesty and saves me the hassle. And then didn't text me back after that. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. And
like,
then see,
I'm tripped out.
Right. And then see, this is the thing. When chicks be asking you those questions, you can either do one or two things, right? You can either actually you do three things. But it's the straightforward approach where you just let them know what it is. Like, yeah, this is what I'm trying to fucking do. Yeah, this is what I do, and yada yada yada. Right? That's one thing.
Right.
But sometimes when you do that, they'll sort of try to use that against you, almost as ammo. Like, okay, now I know what your agenda is, or I know what you're trying to do, so I'm gonna be able to like maneuver and play around. You feel what I'm saying? So the only time that I say to do that a lot of times and be straightforward with that is if you're really just trying to.
They can't play with you after that.
Right. So you're just really trying to get to the point, and you ain't trying to play games with this chick. Like, it's almost like you would rather her not fuck with you, knowing this is what you're trying to do, versus having to play around with her. Now, the next way you could do it is you sort of brush off what she's saying without really giving her, a direct answer. You understand what I'm saying?
And
then you change the subject.
Can you give me an example of that?
So, for example, if she says, "Oh, do you have sex on the first date?" and you'd be like, "Girl, what kind of question is that?" Anyway, so what you doing later on, or what you doing tomorrow? Blah, blah. You understand? Like, you just you totally don't even answer it. It's almost like, come on, stop, whatever, please. Anyway, so how's your food? What do you want to do after this? Whatever. So you're not really answering it, and usually they don't even ask you anymore. They don't like try to pry. It's just sort of like, because what they're doing is they don't really want to know the answer. You understand? They just want to see what, because a lot of times you gotta understand this. Women aren't necessarily looking for the answer. They're looking for how you respond to what they're saying. It's more so the response. It's more so your reaction. It's more so how they see your composure when they're asking you these questions. You understand? and the way that you're going to really be coming at them with your answer. So a lot of times, so if your girl says, "Hey, do you have sex on the first date?" and then you try to say, "Oh, no, I don't know."
Yeah, that's why I kept it 100 with
right.
it. So, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So you can either do the straightforward answer, the answer where you don't answer shit, you just brush them off, or the third way to do it is you give the ridiculous, exaggerated answer. Okay? And that's almost like the second way, but it's more so like, I'm just joking with you. I'm not even telling you anything. So she says, "Oh, you have sex. Do you have sex on the first date?" and blah blah blah. And I'll be like, "Oh, hell yeah, I have sex as soon as I meet a chick. Like, right now we should have been had sex. I don't even know why we ain't have sex yet. I have sex as soon as I meet chicks. I don't even wait for the first date. Whatever. You understand? So it's exaggerated. So she's like, "Oh, how do you think the date is going?" "Oh, the date is going horrible. Like, this is the worst date I've ever been on. Like, I can't believe." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is it's terrible. It's okay. But in a jokey way. You feel what I'm saying?" So what it is that
tongue in cheek.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, so what you got to understand is a lot of times when you have a girl asking all these questions and doing all this other goofy stuff, right? She's gauging to see if she can sort of manipulate and control the situation. You see what I mean? Because this is the thing. A woman, like, she wants to have sex with you, but she probably really likes you. You understand? So in her mind, and especially with a lot of women's minds, they feel, okay, well, I like him, I want to have sex with him, but I'm not. What if I have sex with him now and he never calls me again? You see what I'm saying? Or he thinks I'm a slut or whatever, right? But the fact is, they still want to have sex with you, so you can still interact with them in a way in order to actually have the sex with them, meaning that you can still get it because they want to do it, but they're still sort of like, the only reason they're trying not to do it is because there's this other agenda. So right now what happens is that, by sort of like answering all her questions and sort of playing into what she's trying to do, it's like you're interacting with her in her frame, in her world. You understand? You always got to bring it to your world. You understand? So anytime like a chick, and this is what I was saying earlier with the other caller about nonverbal communication. You understand? Because if you kissing a chick and you got your hand on her ass or whatever and blah blah blah, and she's all hot and heavy and hype or whatever, right? Yeah. Even if she's like, I don't know if we should go back to my place, and notice the words that they'll use too. You understand? They'll say stuff like, "I'm not sure," or "I'm maybe," or "Do you think we should?" or "I don't want you to," like they're not saying, like, they're not saying no, and their body language is not saying no either. You understand? So they're not even saying they're not saying they don't want to do it. So the thing is, you don't want to push it too much, because the best situation is when a girl's cooperating heavy, like 100%. You feel what I'm saying? But
and I've had that happen, so I know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But, so
it's crazy how this one happened.
Right. So the thing is, I think the first girl you was with was a better option than the second girl you was with, because at least the first girl, she seemed a little bit more like she would have cooperated more if you'd have just got like a hotel or something. She'd have probably went back and did some shit, because she seemed a little bit more sexually open because she was pulling out the titty and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this: How do you take her on a date, do everything, and still get the sex, even though they're trying to play these little games?
Right. Well, the thing is this. Well, I think the first girl wasn't really playing that many games. The second girl now is the type you gotta look out for. And so the thing is that a lot of this is a very harder type of thing to do. This is more advanced. Is that when you first are on the date or you're hanging out with her, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you are the one who's controlling the vibe of the night. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, the other day, like I remember I went out with this chick that I met her at some like meetup event or whatever. went out with the chick, and she was like an older chick, an older MILF type of chick, but she was cute, she was bad or whatever. So she was on, and the funny part was she was sort of on that, like, you know, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure type of weird shit. You understand? And so what happened was, I couldn't get her that night. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was like it was already like 1 or 2 in the morning. Then she was like, oh, I gotta get up for work, because she was like, I gotta be up at like 7, blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, let's get together another time next week, whatever. So she hits me up. We get together that next Friday. We go out, we get a drink, and we're talking. And she tried to frame it as, oh, you know, I like to have a friend like you or whatever. And I'm like, hold on, wait a second. So I said to her, I was like, oh, so you like to? So I was like, you like to have sex with your friends? And then she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, oh no, I was like, I'm saying, you know, you said we're friends, and I'm just asking, do you like to have sex with your friends? Because, you know, that's what we're gonna do at some point. You know what I mean? So I keep framing it to that. You see what I'm saying? So she's trying to frame it as we're just friends hanging out, but I'm framing it as, okay, well, we're friends having sex. You feel what I'm saying? And then so I keep bringing shit back to how I want it to go. Do you see what I mean? So even if she brings up anything of, oh, you know, like, oh, so do you have sex on the first date or whatever, and be like, yeah, you know, I do sometimes if it's a chick I like and if she's cool, I'll have sex on the first date, like, yada yada yada. I'm saying all this as I'm also touching her and kissing her and all this other stuff. So the thing is that it's almost like a thing where we're trying to, both of our agendas are having a battle. You understand? And your agenda has to win. You feel what I'm saying? It's really that simple. So the thing is, a lot of times the reason why the girl is able to get all that other goofy stuff in is because you're not creating the situation for it and for her to be able to follow your agenda yet. You understand what I'm saying? So you might be a little too laid back. You might not be creating the situation to where she's falling in line with what you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because because the thing is, if you sit there and you let the girl be the one to dictate sort of like the night or the interactions or whatever, right? It gives her too much wiggle room to start creating the narrative of something else besides you and her doing the shit you're trying to do with her. You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of times what women do is that they're looking for a guy to be more assertive and masculine to follow. You see what I'm saying? So you got to create the situation where she's from the jump really trying to follow you, and then if she is trying to sort of switch the narrative and do all this other stuff, you're so quick to come back to bring it back to the center of what you're trying to do. It's almost like you're bombarding her with your agenda. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where it becomes so powerful that she basically submits to it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like you're making her do anything. It's that the way that you're creating the situation and framing the situation gives her the opportunity to be like, okay, like, this is what it's about, and I'm a follow him, because this is what you gotta understand too. Also, is that a woman wants to be. This is what a woman doesn't want. She doesn't want the sex a lot of times to be her idea. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if she feels like she's the one that made it happen, then that means she feels like she's, oh, I'm a slut, or I'm moving too fast, and that's what creates the conflict, and that's what creates all those questions. That's what creates all that, you know, that friction. But if you are the one in the driver's seat, and you're like, okay, this is where we're going with this situation, then all she's gonna do is fall back and follow it. You feel what I'm saying? So then if sex does happen, it happened because you seduced her. You made her feel these feelings, and now she wanted to do, you understand what I'm saying? So now she, You see what I mean? So that's the thing. A lot of times it's her, a lot of times when chicks be saying all that stuff and going on, you know, on them tangents and everything, it's because you haven't set the foundation of her to be able to follow the interaction that you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying?
So, let me ask you this. Why do women act like, you know, they try to like withhold sex, and sex is like a reward when it's mutually beneficial? You know what I'm saying? We both having pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, because a lot of things. One is because you gotta understand, women think, and in a lot of cases it's true. they withhold the fucking sex because most of the time they know after you have it, then you're done. You feel what I'm saying? Like they know
right.
they know this a lot of times because most of them already know that that's the trump card. That's the thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that makes them actually, you know, want to withhold the shit. You feel what I'm saying? And also too, you know, they look at it as like, if I give it up too quick, I'm a slut, I'm a whore, you know, all that same old bullshit. You feel what I mean? So that's the reason.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of them want to do it, and it's really up to you to inspire them to want to really, you know, make this shit happen in that you know, situation. You feel me?
Right.
So you know,
okay.
that's what it is,
Can I
man.
ask you one more thing?
Nah, dude, you almost like, hold on. You almost at 20 minutes, bro. You gonna have to holler at me with a 30-minute game session, bro. You almost had a free 30-minute game session. So
I appreciate it, though. All
so
right.
yo, I'm cause, and plus I got a few more calls coming in, but hit me up later though, all right?
All right, for sure, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, peace.
All right, peace.
See, this dude, he's like, so you guys gotta jump on that 30-minute game session, man, so I can really go in. You feel me? Cause I know y'all be having questions and shit. So y'all gotta do the 30-minute game session, bro. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. You mad? Can you speak up? What's going on?
What up?
Okay, I can hear you now. What's going on with you? Who's this?
Yo. Hold on, I got the juice too long. So, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's going on? What's your name? Where you from?
I'm calling from Europe, Scandinavia.
Okay, cool. So what's up with you?
I'm good. You know, it's like, you know, nighttime. I'm in Sweden, you know, cold ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
Okay, sorry, just so you know, I've been in the game for like 10 years, okay? So I'm, you know, this is a common thing for me. But it's just something. I've been with the older chick, you know, like 30, 37. She got a kid and stuff. So I met her, you know, like first day I was out with the dudes, you know, we had a party. And then I saw her on the, you know, bus stop. I'm like, cool, I'm checking her out. We talked this shit. And then she said to me, like, hey, join me on the bus. Because I was about to join my friend with the car, but she told me I was okay, cool. And yeah, we had our night. I lead her. I grab my hand on her. She followed me and everything, you know. So yeah, we had our shit together. I was in the club with her, and of course I smashed her same night, you know, twice, like you said, twice. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I've been with her now. Like I dated her for like 2 months.
Okay.
My game was pretty tight with her also, and she even called me the hottest in town, you know, sometimes. But the thing is, I was kind of a little bit too much of the game, you know. Sometimes you can't just game too much. But I did it to try it out. So I don't know. I'm just blocked her because she was so chasing, you know. So I just blocked her. I just tested out to block her for 1 week.
So you wait, so you blocking a chick that's trying to holler at you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because she was so chasing, you know. She was like every time checking on me. What are you doing? You know, I wasn't the dude who was calling her often, you know, because.
Right. So you're saying that she's kind of like stalking you now? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it's stalking, but the story keeps going, so shit's going to be tight now. But the thing is, yeah, I did. When I unblocked her, she even, you know, added me again, and you know, she said to me, "Hey, what's up? What you doing?"
So what do you want to do with this chick? You trying to still fuck with her? You trying to get rid of her? What you trying to do?
No, I want to try, you know, go. Like she was cool, you know. She had a good flow, you know. I felt good when I was with her, you know.
But the thing is, one night we were out. She promised me to buy Subway, you know, because we talked about it. So I met up out with her in the town, and she gave. But the thing is, when I met her, she was drunk, and she was like, "Damn, these clothes, you know, fine as hell."
Wait. I'm confused. I want to know what exactly is your problem, though. That's what I'm trying to figure that out. What's the issue?
The issue is now, right now, I don't have her. Like, we don't have any more contact. That's the thing.
So you don't. So you don't have any more contact with her because of how? Because of what?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now why. As I said, she was drunk. I was just supposed to meet her and take my Subway, you know, eat some. And she was drunk and like ready to go out. I wasn't ready, you know. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? I'm just gonna get some food to eat. So she dragged me, come on, we go in the club and stuff. I was like,
I'm confused. I'm confused. Can the chat room explain to me what's going on? Because I'm confused. So you're saying, because first you said that you met her, you had sex twice, and then you blocked her because she kept calling you.
No, we had sex more. This is now like more 1 month after, you know. We had sex like every week.
And then so you said she kept calling you and you blocked her, right?
I blocked her.
Right? And now you said that you can't get in contact with her. So you want to get in contact with her, or you don't want to get in contact with her? What are you trying to do?
When I blocked her and stuff, we met again, you know, as usual. You feel me? He was chasing.
So wait, hold on. So you said you blocked her, and what happened?
And now, so she added me again, as I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept moving on. She asked me why, but I was like, I don't know. I just felt to do it.
And so what do you? And hold on. And so now you're saying you can't get in contact with her?
No, this is later on. This is the thing is, we did met again after I blocked her. We did it. We like usual. We did.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it straight. Met the chick. Y'all messed around. You blocked her because she kept contacting you. Then you saw her again, right?
Yeah, I met her again.
Right now, what's the issue now? And now you're saying that you're trying to see her again, and now you lost contact.
No, we met again after. We met again as usual.
Mm-hmm. And so what's the issue now? I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm like, what is the issue? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. So you're saying that you still want to see her, but you can't get in contact with her. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's because I punished her, you know, one night when she was drunk. And she was like, you know, she was very, I don't know, tipsy. And, you know, hey, gave me all kiss in my head. I was like, fuck out of here, you know.
This dude, I can't. I'm gonna have to let you call back when you get the story straight, because I can't follow this shit. I'm trying to see what the fuck is going on. You saying 1 minute you blocked the chick, next minute you see her after you blocked her. Now you can't get in contact with her. 1 minute she drunk. I'm like, okay, dude, we gonna have to have you call back when you get the story straight. All right.
All right.
Peace. Jesus, I was like. Could y'all follow that shit? Was he trolling? I'm like, dude, I'm really trying to get at what the fuck are you talking about? Because he's like, yo, I met the chick, then she said I was hot, and then we was on the bus, and then I punished her, and then she blocked me, and then I blocked her, and then I saw her after I blocked her, and then I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, hilarious. See, I be trying to give cats chances. Y'all know I be trying to give y'all chances on here, but you gotta call in and know what you're saying. That's all I'm saying. Know what you're saying. Hilarious. So what's going on in the chat room, people? What's popping? We got a lot of people in the chat room going crazy. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all got jokes in the chat room. Crazy. Oh, so y'all saying he blocked her and now he want her back? That's what the issue is? Malcolm Shakur Garvey, what up? You said, what do I think about rolling to the club solo? Yeah, that's good. I do that shit all the time. I do the clubs, bars, all that shit. Are you going to that shit solo and be coming out with a chick? That's how you do it. This time, so I went to a spot and left with a chick in like an hour and it'd be cool. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's going on? It's Ishmael.
Say it again?
Ishmael.
And where you from?
From Brooklyn.
Alright, what's going on with you?
Yeah, what's going on? So I met this girl on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Met this girl on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
We went out our first date. Everything went well.
Right.
I was touching on her, making out with her and all that, grabbing on her ass. So everything went well.
Mm-hmm.
After that date, we she had texted me on the following Wednesday.
Right.
Saying, I had a great time with you. You know, you were wonderful. I had a fun time. When are we gonna do this again?
Right.
So I hit her up. I told her, I said, let's meet up this Saturday. The Saturday that's coming up.
Right.
And so we basically we did the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was giving me a weird vibe. It wasn't the vibe she gave me the first day.
Right.
She gave me a like she was turned off kind of vibe. You know, when I try to, I don't know, it was just a vibe she was giving me.
Mm.
But basically, she told me she wasn't really feeling. She said she wasn't really feeling like anything with me.
And she said that. And she said that on the second date.
Nah, yeah, she said she wasn't really feeling the atmosphere or something like that. Some crap like that.
She said she wasn't feeling the what?
Like she said she wasn't feeling the atmosphere. She wasn't. Cause I kept asking her. Yo, you look kind of disappointed. You look kind of angry. You know,
see that
stuff like that.
See, that's the mistake though. That's the mistake.
That, right?
That's one of the mistakes right there. Never ask a woman how she's feeling on a date.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But yeah. But you know, after that, I was like, you know what? Since I'm not gonna since I already see my mind, I might not see her again, so I'm gonna just go all in.
Right.
So I told her, yo, you know, come to my place and all that. And she was like, it's kind of late, cause I kind of agree with her. It was like at 4 a.m. I told her come over to my place.
So wait, so you said you told her to come to your place at 4 a.m. So this is after the second date?
Yeah. Cause I was walking on eggshells, to be honest. I was walking on eggshells. I didn't want to mess nothing up. But you know, after she told me all of that, I was like, you know what? Let me just go all in and see what I could do.
And then what happened when you did that?
Yeah, she said she wasn't, just kind of late, maybe next time and all that. I was like, okay. Then so I just kept turning it up. I was like, yo, you know, if you ever came to my place, it would be over for you and all this crap. I said, you know, I was just turning it up.
Right, and so the last time you spoke to her was when you told her to come over to your place at 4 a.m. That was the last time you spoke.
Yeah.
And she said, and what did she say exactly to that when you said that to her?
She said maybe next time.
Maybe next time. See that?
Yeah.
You know what it is? This is what probably happened is that when you're on the date with her, or when you was on the first and second dates or whatever, you weren't really you were holding back too much.
What's up?
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I felt
like that.
Yeah, you was holding back too much, and the whole asking her, "Hey, are you upset?" and all that. That's the type of shit that fucked everything up. Hold on, what's that in the background? You sound like you got like 10 million people in the background.
I'm actually at USPS working, so I'm working right now.
Okay, you got. All right, so I'm gonna make this quick. So basically,
right.
this is the thing. With that chick, it might be a wrap. You understand what I'm saying? You might have to charge us to the game.
Yeah, because she didn't even text me this week, and I didn't even bother texting her.
Right. You see what I'm saying? You might have to charge to the game. But what I'm gonna say for the new chicks that you deal with, what you want to do is you want to, like you said, you was go in from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? Don't wait. Don't feel like you're gonna mess shit up. Go in and do what you're trying to do from the beginning. Create that sexual tension from the first dates. You understand what I'm saying? Try to make everything happen at that first point. Don't be, you understand what I'm saying? Don't be waiting around and then try to go in, because then now it's too late. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you got to do. So yeah, just charge us to the game, and then you know for the next time, just go in from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying?
One more question. It's a personal question. Mm-hmm. You said you used to model for polo jeans.
Right.
Yeah. How did you get into that?
How did I get into it?
Yeah, because I might be interested in doing that.
Right. Well, the way I got into the modeling for polo jeans was I knew somebody who knew somebody, so that's kind of like how that happened. So I was working at some spot, and the dude that I used to work with knew David Lauren, who's Ralph Lauren's son, and then so he sent over my pictures, and then he they called me in to do this campaign that they was doing, and that's how it kind of snowballed from there. So it was just sort of like a hookup type of shit. It wasn't anything like I actually worked at. So it was kind of like some shit that kind of fell in my lap. You feel what I'm saying? So that was kind of like what it was. You feel me? Yeah, man. So
thank you for calling.
All right, bro. I'm gonna let you. Easy. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, man. You guys gotta make sure that you're going in from the beginning. You see what I mean? A lot of dudes, y'all be scared to let chicks know you trying to fuck, man. Y'all be scared to let these chicks know you trying to fuck. I'm saying. Like, when you on these dates, man, you gotta, see what it is. See what's going on with these chicks. You're small time. You said, what if he was born with a thirsty face? Oh, hilarious. But yeah, you guys got to go in from the beginning, man. Albert Michelson, you said, do girls really like older guys? How much is too old to date beautiful girls? Yeah, girls like older dudes. You understand? Girls be fucking with older niggas all the time. You understand? Because they look at the older guys as more mature, they're more established, they got more money, all that other shit. Drav DN, he said chicks already know they already know you want to fuck when you speak. Exactly. They already know. So, it's like, don't be scared to let these girls know. Don't be scared to interact with them on a sexual level. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be scared of that shit. See, that shit, it just be, a lot of cats be scared of that shit. Oh, man. All right, so the call-in number, let me give you guys a call-in number again, 646-481-3901. So the call-in number 646-481-3901 if you guys want to call up. Waters on 10, you said if you're dusty, what do you have to offer to women? You got some dust to offer them. That's what you have to offer them. You got to make sure you ain't dusty. Ron Coleman, he said, what is some shit to say to make you stand out when approaching a chick? Well, the main thing is you got to, say different shit, but, shit that they wouldn't expect. But I'll get into more of that in a minute. Let me get this call real quick. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin', bro? This Q.
What up, man?
Yo, hey, mister, I got a question for you. This is the dude that called you, I think, like a week or maybe like a week or two ago, and I was talking about the virgin.
Right.
So, yeah, I finally got that in, you feel me? I smashed the shit. And I also had a little chick over, you know what I'm saying, last night or whatever that I got it in with too. But this would lead me to this question. Like, I noticed, like, do you think, like, guys should have this mindset of, hey, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Like, if it's meant to happen, you know what I'm saying, it's going to happen. Because I remember one time in the chat, somebody asked you, they was like, Locario, what would you do if you on a first date with a chick and then some random nigga just come in or whatever and walk off with her, you know what I'm saying? And you respond to him like, my nigga, I wouldn't do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? If she don't fuck with me, she don't fuck with me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
With these two girls, even with the virgin and the girl I had last night, I noticed, like, I stick to my main routine that works for me or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that gets me most of the girls that I talk to. But at the same time, it's some girls that's like, I use that same routine on, and you know, shit just don't go, you know what I'm saying, smooth. Like, you know, first down, where they go right or don't. Like, I don't get no bitch too much attention and all that. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the game that I'm using, it works for me, but at the same time, you know, like you know, sometimes like bitches be on some other shit, so sometimes it doesn't work. So, that would lead me to say, do you think like, you know, the girls that didn't rock with me, maybe it just wasn't meant to happen? Like, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, well, you gotta understand, there's a lot of different circumstances that will either help you to get shit popping with a girl, or that can hinder you from getting shit popping with a chick. So, you know, a lot of times it's a combination of things that either are in your control and also not in your control. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a lot of different shit. So, but the thing is, you know, always say that you should never try to, like, you shouldn't try to force the issue in any situation.
Right.
You understand? Like, because a lot of dudes, what happens is they more so want to fuck a chick because of their ego versus actually just wanting to fuck the girl. So what happens is that they try so hard to make it happen because they want to feel like, oh, I'm the man because I'm fucking this girl.
I'm that nigga, yeah.
Yeah, so then they go overboard and they do all this extra shit. And it's like, yo, you just chill out. You might need to charge that situation to the game. Like, the shit ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out. It's cool. You know, you could get another chick another day. But the thing is that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that can hinder it. So like, let's say for example, you talking to a chick, and let's say, you know, you want to smash, but let's say she's with her friend and they from out of town, and then they got to leave early in the morning. And, you know, she don't want to go nowhere without her friend. You know, all these different things that's fucking up the whole situation. You see what I mean?
Right.
So, there's a lot of different stuff that you just have to say, oh, well, you know, I can't fuck with it. Or, you know, if you at a bar at a club and you talking to some girl and you flirting with her or whatever, next thing you know, let's say you move away for a while, you go to the bathroom, you talk to one of your other friends, and then she ends up with another dude or leaves out with the other dude. You know, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
You know what I mean? So you can't really, like, fucking you know, cry over it. It is what it is. It's part of the game. So the thing is, I would say, like, you know, you just have to try your best to make shit happen with the situations that's presented to you.
Right.
But also be cool with letting it go. But go ahead. Go ahead. What you say? What you gonna say?
Now, I remember you said something like, you know, which is I use all the time. Like, you know, whether a bitch fuck with you or not, you just want to make sure that your game is so tight,
right? To
where, like, even if something don't fall through, like, that's on her. And that's how,
exactly.
Like, you know, things has been with girls who I didn't succeed with. Like, I know I was straight. You feel me? Like, I wasn't thirsty. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? You hit them up 24/7. I let them know what it was. You feel me? I made shit happen, but unfortunately, shit just didn't fall through. Right. But at least, you know, I was like, hey, at least I didn't, you know, I didn't, like, you know, you're gonna waste time regardless, but you don't want to waste too much time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. And, you know, what you definitely said, man, you're definitely right, man. So
you just gotta do your thing, and, you know, just let the shit fall where it may. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it is what it is, man. It is
hey,
what it
appreciate that, dog.
All right,
I just want your intake on that.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you later, yo.
All
right, peace. Yeah. So what was I saying earlier? Oh, so before we called it, I was talking about, you know, different shit to say. And see, this is the hard part about talking about different shit to say, because what the different shit to say would be depends on the situation. You see what I'm saying? Or depends on the context of what's going on. So, you know, but generally is you should say different shit to make yourself stand out when you're talking to women. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yeah, this is Drake. I want to know, how can you feel sexual tension without kissing her on the lips?
How do you build sexual tension without kissing her on the lips?
Yeah.
Well, sexual tension is not, you know, it's not even just about, you know, the physical touch. You feel what I'm saying? Sexual tension is also with your words. You know what I'm saying? So you could be talking to a girl and flirting with a girl, and let's say y'all are flirting back and forth or whatever, and you can see that she's feeling you. You know, you might say some shit like, yo, you know, I'm actually thinking about right now, like, just popped in my head, like thinking about you naked on your bed and me climbing on top of you and, you know, taking my tongue and just, you know, licking you everywhere. You understand? And I'm just talking. We're not even touching yet. I'm just talking to this woman and I'm creating sexual tension by my words. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is that creating the sexual tension is, you know, just you basically bringing, you know, the sexual, like, you know, interaction within the you know, the thing you're doing with the girl. It ain't got to necessarily be you kissing her or touching her. You can still do it verbally. Now, the kissing and the touching, a lot of times it sort of seals the deal. You know what I'm saying? But you don't necessarily have to do that in order to build it. You see what I mean?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's what you got to do. All right? But yeah, man, you know, you guys out there, you got to understand how important building that sexual tension is, man. You got to understand. The dude said his name was Drake. Crazy. What up, JR? What's good? Albert Michelson, you said, does money matter? Well, you could, you know, chicks, you know, they like money. They like a dude. If he got money, then, you know, they're gonna be like, all right, cool. But you don't need to have money to get chicks. You understand what I'm saying? It helps. It makes it easier because then you can actually go out and do things. You understand? It's not even necessarily you giving women money, but you having money gives you access to do specific things, which gives you access to more women. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to be the type of guy who thinks, well, I gotta make sure I have money in order to get girls, since if I don't have money, then women aren't going to want me. You feel what I'm saying? If you got that thought process, then you're fucking up. You understand? Y'all funny. He just said, instead of nigga sounded real sentimental on the phone, he's like, next he gonna talk, call and ask, how do I have sex with girls without touching them? Oh shit. That's funny. That is funny. But yeah, the calling number, people, 646-481-3901. Man, I feel tired as hell right now. I'm like, shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, what was he talking about earlier? He said, how do you attract gold diggers without money? You watch that video? Yeah, I put the video up about that the other day. If you want to get these chicks, or if you know the chick is a gold digger, you feel what I'm saying? You don't got to give her no money. Oh shit, my dude Blackie Speaks is in the building. What up, bro? Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Good, Mr. Locario.
What up?
This is Lord. This is Lord calling from Connecticut. Yo.
What up? What's going on with you?
Chilling. You know. Yo, me and my man went Lebain like a few weeks ago, but like, how were you able to get in? Because we've been trying to mess with New York a lot more, like the Manhattan area.
Right.
You know, try to go with the scene over there.
Right. Oh, so you say you went to Lebain?
We tried to go to Lebain. The line was crazy. They ain't let niggas in. They talking about DJs and all that.
Well, it depends, because some days I think they be having like specific events, and then you gotta fucking be on the list and all that other dumb shit. But generally, usually it's usually a line, you know, there. But if you stay on a line for a little while, they'll let you in. You understand what I'm saying? For in most cases, you're probably just out there on a night where, you know, they was on some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But
no, it's some real bullshit. Like, I like this shit though, but they were curving a lot of like the, you know, ugly ass chicks from the line. Because you know, in Connecticut they let any chick in. So
right. But Lebain.
Yeah.
So if any of y'all motherfuckers is in New York, Lebain is popping though, because it's the rooftop. It's the you know, the regular rooftop, and then they got like 2 rooftop parts or whatever, some shit. They got a swimming pool in the fucking dance floor, and it'd be, yo, that place is crawling with women. It's crawling with women. It's ridiculous. It's crawling with women.
What's the best days to go, man? Because I've been trying to I want to book a hotel out there and then go with my man. I've been trying to do it probably like this fall.
Yeah, usually the best times are on the weekend and shit. Because I think I had some pictures of me at LeBain on my Instagram. I'm trying to find it right now so I can show the people on screen that LeBain be popping, because it's like wall to wall women in this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
They be cooperative.
Oh yeah, I'd say like 90% of the chicks in LeBain be cooperating heavy. Like it's just dude, I'm telling you. So if you get a chance to go to LeBain, like this is a like one of the pics. You guys probably can't see it that good, but this is one of the pics of me at LeBain, just talking to these 3 chicks. You feel what I'm saying? This is in New York City, so it's popping over there. You know what I'm saying? It's popping over there. There's another joint of me and LeBain right here. That LeBain joint is popping. Let me see if I have another one.
Yeah, I saw a lot of foreigners. I saw a lot of good mix of women, but it was just like the line. They ain't let niggas in. We got to the front, and they were like, oh.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. No, I'm like, oh. They saying in the chat room LeBain sound gay, but nah, that shit is that shit is tight. There's another picture of me and LeBain.
I mean, I just see a lot of booty niggas around like the meatpacking district area, but
right. But yeah, LeBain is off the fucking hook. So if any of you guys are in NYC, you know what I'm saying, I gotta check that shit out heavy.
Yo, Mr. Locario, these niggas still talking about money and looks?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like,
hold on. I'm gonna play it up because niggas don't be believing in you when you talk that shit. All y'all corny niggas talking about money and looks. Y'all niggas are all corny. I'm gonna say that straight up. I went to Vegas. I swear to God, I don't even make money. I got a regular average job. Right. I saw all these niggas, millionaires, corny ass niggas. We got a VIP section of 60 of my boys. Right. We had chicks on deck coming back and forth. Mm-hmm. All the other niggas was corny, sitting down, popping bottles with just their boys, no bitches around them. Right. Chicks would get their bottles and then leave their spot to come back. Because the girls, when we asked the girls why they came back, they'll be like, these dudes are just doing nothing. Right. They were just trying to use their money and all that bullshit, but they were just corny ass dudes. Mm-hmm. So all y'all niggas stop wasting that nigga time with money and look. I'll be trying to
tell him it ain't all about that. I'll be trying to tell him, and you know, I'm like, yo, you could go out there and make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta wait on, you know, feeling like you gotta get money or you gotta be the best looking dude. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you know, check out Vegas, my dude. That's the city you gotta hit up.
Yeah, I might actually be going to Vegas in a few months too. I might be going out there in a few months, so I'm definitely gotta check that shit out. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you go, I'm gonna hit up Club Dre's. Mm-hmm. That's like the closest to the black spot out there. 'Cause I don't got no black clubs really, but they got a lot of cool chicks out there. Hit up Amia and hit up the day club, plus the nightclub. Right. Hit the day club. Right. All the daytime clubs, hit up Club Marquee, hit up Wet Republic, and a few other spots. You should be good.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna definitely see what's popping over there. You feel me?
And you're gonna see the cornballs too. The niggas who got the renting Raris and Lambos and all that shit. They got no bitches in there, but they boys driving around. You're gonna see a lot of niggas there too.
I'm gonna check that shit. I'm gonna definitely check that shit, bro. But yeah, I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. I'm out.
All right, y'all. Keep it easy, man.
Peace. Later. Yeah, man. If you guys are in NYC, you got to go to the meatpacking district, man. That's where the joints be at. They be, dude. It's redonk over there. It is ridiculous. Yo, what's going on? Who's calling?
Yo, this is Jason from Ohio.
What up? What's going on with you?
Quick question.
Alright.
Say you're born uninterested person. Possible.
Wait, say that again. You breaking up. What you say?
You're born uninterested.
Oh, I can't hear a word you saying. Try one more time.
Hold on.
Because your phone is like your phone. You on speakerphone or what? What's going on? You get me? I get you a little bit better. All right, go ahead. What you saying? I get you. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying was just born
Oh man, dude, your phone is crazy, right? I can't hear anything, bro. You might need to go to like a fucking like, cause I'm hearing a whole bunch of shit in the background. You got to go to somewhere quiet and then call back, cause I can't hear a word you're saying, bro. All right, so hit me back. Yeah, I couldn't hear shit in that joint. Dude sound like he was on some like other shit. It's crazy. But yeah, when you guys calling, you got to make sure your phone is on point. Dude sound like he was calling with a walkie-talkie. I was like, God damn it, I can't hear shit. But yeah, if you guys are in New York City, go to the meatpacking district. You asked if I Alpha Mill. You said if I've been to Staten Island. Yeah, I've been to Staten Island. I mean, I don't really know what's popping in Staten Island though, because I went there like maybe a few times. I don't know what. I remember I went there one time because I was messing with some girl, but I never like went to spots there really. Crazy. Daquan Jenkins, you said Mr. Locario is good at talking to women but not good at getting women. Really? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? It's crazy. Crazy. See, getting with women is not hard. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, once you understand, you know, how chicks operate, then you just really flow with the situation and create you know, the interaction. You create that situation for you to really get shit popping. Easy 00, you said money and looks help people without game. On the front end it could. On the front end it could too, but it's really it's super surface level. It's not going to really be anything like substantial, because you could have a dude with money and this is the thing, the girl has to know he has money. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole other thing that goes along with that. Let me try to get this again. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yeah, that's beginning.
Alright, what's going on? You want to just call?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you a little bit better now. Okay, go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah, I said you're an interesting born person. Do you still get what?
You said if you do what with the wrong person?
If you're born uninterested, you still get women.
Hold on, wait. Say that again. I'm not. You gotta speak really loud because I'm not hearing you. You sound like you mumbling. You said if you do what?
You're boring and uninteresting, then you still get women.
You said, so you said if you're boring and uninteresting, can you still get women?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, you could get some women, but it's going to be hard for you to get them if you're boring and uninteresting. You know what I'm saying? Think about anything else. Like, would you watch a boring and uninteresting show? You know what I'm saying? Would you? You know?
That's what you naturally are. I mean, you have to change, right? You have to change something about yourself, right?
Nah, but see, that's the thing. People aren't. There's like, most people aren't really boring, and if you're considered boring or you consider yourself boring, that's something that you've taken on as your identity. You feel what I'm saying? Because let's say, for example, like, if you think you're boring, right? The reason why you may think you're boring is because you're uninspired, right? What makes you excited? What gets you going? What makes you what are you passionate about? See, when you tap into that, you're not going to be boring. You're only bored. See, boredom comes from you not really being like inspired by anything, by you not being interested in anything, by you sort of not really having a purpose or having something that you really want to do. So you're bored. You're not finding anything within the interactions or within the moments you have, or within what you're doing to be excited about. You see what I mean? And so it's not that it's a fact that you're boring. It's that you are going to be boring as a result of not being interested in anything, or not really having anything that you're excited about. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's more so you gotta it's not about you gotta get out the thought process of making being boring your identity. Like, I am a boring person. That's what people will say, or I'm just boring. So now you're creating that world for yourself. You're creating yourself as a boring person. You see what I mean? But you got to get out that thought process, and you got to start actually doing shit. You see what I mean?
Right. So you suggest that person start doing stuff and then creating themselves outside of that boring type fan person for the time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you got to figure out the person. You got to figure out what you like doing, what you're about, what makes you excited, what's interesting to you. So, for example, let's say you have a guy who thinks he's boring, but he's really into music. He's passionate about music. You understand what I'm saying? And his phone cut off, but I'm gonna keep it going. So you're passionate about music, you're into music, and then you use that passion that you have to create something for yourself, or to create things. Well, I'm thinking of something again. Yeah, whatever. I think your phone cut off, right? You back?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So basically, I was saying, like, let's say, for example, you're into music, right? And you're passionate about music and listening to music, talking about music, making music, whatever the fuck it is, right? And so whatever that passion is that you have for that music, that energy you have, right? You do things with that energy. You do things literally with that, within doing what you're doing in music, but also taking that same passion you have, that energy, and applying it to interacting with women. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a passion for music, talk to women about music when you first meet them. So what type of music do you like? Oh, you like that band? Yeah, I like them, blah, 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 blah. Because, I went to their concert, I got their music. What do you think about their first album? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something, a topic already that you're excited about to talk about, which will make you not boring to that chick when you're talking to her. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all I'm saying, is that you got to have something that you, and it don't got to be one thing. It could be plenty of things that you're into that get you excited, and therefore you start to use that energy when you're dealing with girls. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's all it's about.
All right.
That's what it is, bro. All right, bro. I'll let you. Yeah, man. So you guys got to get out of that thought process of fucking, thinking that, this is who I am. I'm a boring dude. Like, if you're saying, hey, can you get chicks being boring and uninteresting? It's like, not really. You understand? Because the boredom just indicates there's nothing there. You understand? Nothing there to be excited about. Caller number 646-481-3901. Yeah, man. So what's going on in the chat room, people? What is going on in the chat room? But yeah, I was saying about like the whole money and looks thing, and asking, like, you saying, like, does it make it easier? Oh, let me take this call real quick. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's up? This is Donovan from Ohio.
What up? What's going on with you?
Can you guys hear me good?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. I'm sorry about that last caller. Not Ohioans are like that, man.
What happened?
I said I'm sorry about the last caller.
Mm-hmm.
Not all Ohioans are like that, man. I understand the fact that you got to be interesting and all of that, but I just wanted to shout you out, Mr. Locario, because you really been helping me lately, understanding myself and understanding my place in the world, and like that's invaluable, like type of shit right there, man.
I appreciate it, bro. What's going on with you?
All right, so like I just wanted to like give some encouragement for real. Like high key, was on like a high key dry spell type shit. Like that shit was disgusting. And honestly, it was, and there's another lesson about like toxic people. Like I would go out like with my friends, and like I would do all the fucking work, right? And then that nigga would just swoop in at the last moment and take the chick.
Right.
And like I addressed it like a few times, and like you know, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but that shit like trying to stomach my growth a little bit because like we would go out, and I'm just that type of dude that has like taken all of this shit to heart, and I make it like a habit every day to talk to women, so it's nothing to me. Like people say approach anxiety, it doesn't go away. I mean, I guess that's true in a sense, but like when you make it a habit, it's just like putting on your shoes.
Right.
So like maybe you don't feel like putting on these tight shoes right now, but when you do, you don't even really notice it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just want to shout out to the encouragement. Like once you actually like immerse yourself in this shit and take it seriously, it just literally just becomes like a part of you.
Right.
You don't even have to think about it.
Exactly. Real shit. That's what I've been trying to tell cats. Like, because dudes, a lot of times what makes it hard for them is that they're not in the game. They're not actually putting themselves out there and seeing shit and trying shit. You know what I mean? And then it becomes more second nature because of that habit. It becomes part of you, and then it becomes just something you do. And then that's what makes it easier for you to pull and for you to get things going with girls. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. And another huge part though is like if you really want to like up your game and like skyrocket it and like put like nitrous to that shit,
right,
is you just gotta like make learning the game like a number one priority. Just always be not just like game like picking up women, but like understanding who you are as a person.
Exactly.
Just like reading books and listening to audiobooks and listening to people wiser than you. There's this cat called Dante Nero. He has a Paige Phillips podcast.
Oh yeah, I know Dante. Dante is a cool cat. I did when I used to do this show called the Sexy Party Show back in the day. He was on my show. He's on one of my episodes and shit. Yeah, that dude. He said some real shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the combination of like people from him all the way down to who's that dude that you always recommend? Such Anthony DeMello or whatever.
Oh yeah, Anthony DeMello. You gotta check his shit out. His shit is real deal. Like that's some next level shit. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like type shit that I'm on right now is like once you really realize that like this is the only shot you got, and like look death in the face, and then you realize none of this shit is actually gonna matter anyway.
Right.
So you can actually just live like a fantasy life right now. Like why not? Because
exactly. Like just do your thing. That's what I'm saying. Like yo, you live one life, right? And all the shit you worried about don't really matter. So it's just like yo, do what you got to do and enjoy it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. A lot of cats, they hold themselves back because they got this fear. They're scared of what other people are gonna think. They're scared of the rejection. It's just like yo, none of that shit matters. Just do the fucking thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Right, though. Right.
You know?
And in terms of like, actually like sleeping with a bunch of women, like I said, I just came off that like huge lifestyle. Like it's funny because like I feel like in a way the universe is just making me check my ego hardcore before like I really take off.
Right.
Because my game is fire. I'm telling you, my game is fire.
That's what's
like,
up.
Sometimes like these past few like months leading up to this, I hadn't been, like closing deals. So I'm just like, it's just a few steps that I missed that could just like change it. Like, that one thing that you've got to do before you finish like your paper, whatever,
right.
Fill out a bibliography to get the grade like that. It's just something like that. Some simple step that you missed.
Right.
But like in terms of the mindset, I literally feel like I can get any woman I want. And when I say any woman I want, it's high key just any girl that's responding to me and that's cooperating.
Right, real shit.
I had this girl over the other day, like type shit. She came home from my class and like she was going from other shit. Like I'm trying to get it popping, and she's like, "Well, I'm sick. I don't want to kiss." And like I'm slapping her ass. She's like, "You watch too much 50 Shades," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then like she does all this shit, like gets on top of me. I'm like, "Finally, let's get this shit popping." And then she gets up and like, "Well, I gotta go."
Right, right.
Like, all right. Right. And the awesome part about that is that I just like laid back and was like, all right, cool. And she was like, are you gonna text me? And I'm like,
Right. That's how you gotta be, man. That's how you gotta be. You just gotta, it's a lot of times, man, you know, when you get shit going on in the game, it's really because you're so grounded in yourself that you're not moved by none of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? You're not moved by, you know, a chick, you know, because it's funny because, like I was saying earlier, chicks love to test dudes and throw out little things and act certain ways, and they're looking for your response. And so, like, and even today we're talking about weak dudes, and a lot of times, a lot of guys who are weak, what they do is that they respond real negative and emotionally, you know, some super emotional shit based off of the actions of women. You feel what I'm saying? So they're not grounded with their shit. You see what I mean? It's crazy.
And another thing you just reminded me of, like, I have been studying this shit since 2014, man. After I graduated high school and I get no type of ass, I'm like, man, this ain't cool. This gotta change. So
right.
I started out listening to RSD, like all Tom Serrero, all these niggas, man.
Right.
And the one thing that they did, I appreciate them, and Corey Lane and shit, like, I appreciate them. Like, they laid the foundation of my mindsets and shit.
Right.
But the one thing that you have and Miles and like people like Dante Nero and like the black men, like High Key,
right?
They were telling me all the shit that I needed to do to like make the women feel comfortable and shit. But like when I hopped over to y'all joints, it's like, nah, fuck what she thinking, just do you.
Right,
and,
right.
Like that shit clicked. Hard shit. Like
real shit. That's what I'm saying.
I was basing like all my fucking approaches on like, okay, I can read the woman, ooh, the shit gets here.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of cats, they so worried about the girl, and I'm just like, yo, like, it's the funny part about the whole thing is that when you think about yourself, that's when the chicks start responding even more. It's just like, you understand, because it's like when you focusing too much on the girl, what it is that, you know, it's weird because she's looking to you for someone to follow. So if you're focusing on her, you're making it all about her. So it's like it's going right back around to her. So she's like, what's the point of all of this? Why do I even need to talk to you if we talking about me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the thing. You see what I mean?
You know what's working for me heavy is like, it's literally all about mindset. You guys, if you're not meditating, doing no fasting, taking cold showers, like y'all missing out on like you don't have to do it, but if you do it, it's just like you know, it rewires your brain to a point where you just think on a totally another level than what most people do. And like that's another part of the game. Like whenever I see a like attractive woman now, like the only thing that really pops up in my head before I talk to her is she smart and will she follow?
Right.
And that's what I base the whole interaction off of. And usually, like yeah, you get, like I'm talking to, like I go to university, so I'm daily just hitting up mad chicks type shit, and like tweet like, and I'm learning so fast because there's you say it's a numbers game, and it felt like not really, because I was like, you know, not getting any results, but then I realized like once you get better each day, like wait.
Right.
There's been like 5, 6, 7 chances I had to just smash right then and there, but I didn't know it.
Right.
But I had to make those mistakes to realize what I was doing wrong, and so like now it's just like, yo, let's get this shit popping. It's not even a thing anymore.
Right. And you see that's the thing I want to like let these dudes know, you know, for everybody's watching and listening. You understand? You got to understand. You see, like the way that you're talking right now is because you applied the game. You feel what I'm saying? So you're seeing it work because you're getting that firsthand experience by you actually going out and doing something. Because a lot of dudes, truth be told, are just on the sidelines. You feel what I'm saying? They're not really going in, so they have assumptions of what they think is happening, but they don't really know what's happening for real because they're not putting themselves out there. And then you got to see for yourself. He's like, you got to see through your own eyes what's really going on and what you could do to improve on your shit. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing that cats don't understand. I'm like, yo, I be trying to get dudes like to really go out there and you know, test shit out and do things and talk to women and, you know, get rejected, get girls' numbers, go out and have sex and do, you know what I'm saying, all these different things. Because you're going to start to see what you need to do and what you need to fall back on and keep going, you know, or keep going in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, and I don't want to hold you too long, but like that thing about rejection, man, like it took me a while, just like until recently, to realize rejection is not even, like, that's not even anything to be worried about ever. Like ever. Right. Ever, because like once you understand your value, it's like, if she really, that's why I say if she's smart and what's her father, like if she really was smart, like she could see what type of energy I'm bringing. Right. Like, it's totally different than what she's ever had before, because, you know, like you guys said, you're the only you in the universe. And so, like, most of these dudes, man, it's sad, like how, and this is why I think what you're doing is so important, because like in society today, it's just so fucked up with the gynocentric like social construct that we have going around, that it's literally like destroying the fucking like you know how like there's mold under the carpet, you look under it and you just like, you're like, that ain't much, but you never fix it, and then it gets worse, then it just gets so bad. That's basically what's happening to society right now, is because men aren't being naturally who they're supposed to be, and women are just like dominating. Exactly, real shit. And you see dudes ruining their lives for this shit, and they think it's not important to learn. I'm just like, yo, this is probably, not that women are the most important thing, but this is probably one of the most important skills you can have, because it just puts you on a whole nother level than most people. Real talk. And that's the thing, like I be telling cats, yo, it's about learning the game so you understand yourself better. You know what I'm saying? And then through that, that's when you get things going in the way you want it to go. Because a lot of dudes, truth be told, they're victims of the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they keep getting got because they don't know what the fuck to do. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that that fucks up the whole situation with a lot of cats in this game, where they're not really focusing on themselves to understand what they need to do to get what they want. They're not focusing on themselves to improve themselves. They're not focusing on themselves to really make things happen, go from point A to point B. So that's like you said, is important. But a lot of dudes don't really realize that, because again, they're on the sidelines. You feel what I'm saying? This is why, you know, I tell dudes that, yo, they got to actually go out and put themselves out there so that they can really, really see what's going on. You understand? Because just talking about it, you know, a lot of times is, you know, is good, but it's only half the battle. You see what I mean? It's really, you got to go out there and make it go down. But yo, let me, I'm gonna get a few more of these calls before I end off the joint. But I appreciate you calling, bro, and letting cats know what the game is. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, good looks, Mr. Locario. Keep up, man.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't still waste no time calling up in this shit. What's going on? Who's this?
Hello?
What up? Who's this?
Yo, what's going on?
What up?
Hey, this is Jason from Ohio again. This is for the last caller.
Okay, what's good, bro?
I just wanted to tell him, hey, you a straight clown. Talking all that stuff, not Ohio was all the same. I bet you would say it in my face, I beat your fucking ass.
Wait, hold on. So wait, hold on, wait, real quick. Let's explore this for a second, right? See,
yeah, go ahead.
That's the thing. You can't get so emotional like that, though. You feel what I'm saying? You can't.
Man, it's hard, man, when you got to deal with clowns like him, man. Say a little slick ass comments.
But that's the thing. You gotta let people say they slick shit. As long as they don't get in your face and try to harm you, you feel what I'm saying? Then it is what it is. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like when you're you know, when you're out here in the game and shit, right? what you want to make sure that you do, and this goes, you know, for when you're fucking with chicks or just anything else, is that you want to make sure that you are composed, like your emotions are not being, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not being influenced to get emotional over just anything. Because then once a person knows that you can do that, or they can do that to you, that's when they know that they can sort of like control you to a certain extent. Because they know, okay, if I do this, this is going to get them upset. You see what I mean? Or if I do this is going to get him upset.
In his situation, if he do that and say that shit to my face, yeah, he'd be controlling me to wind up punching him and breaking his fucking neck. You know, I mean, that's all I'm saying. So, I mean, if you want to control me to do that, go ahead.
Right.
Just know that's going to happen.
All right, man. I'm just trying to let you guys know, bro. But yo, I appreciate you calling back, all right?
Yep.
All right, man. I'm going to holler at you. Yeah, man, cats, you gotta be... You can't let dudes know what it is. You can't let people know what it is, man. That's how they get you. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. Because because you know, that's when people know. Because see, if a person doesn't know how to get to you or get at you to a place where they're fucking with your emotions. Or because the thing is, you know, you get emotional because of yourself. It's not really anybody else. That fucking anger or that frustration is inside you. You understand? It's not anybody else making you do that. Like, you get inspired to feel that way through, you know, seeing or hearing other people do what they do. But it's still coming from you at the end of the day. But you got to know how to control that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is when you control that, you're mastering yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You're mastering your emotions. You're mastering, you know, who you are, because you're the one who's, you know, making that shit making yourself upset. See, to say I'm upset, or to say this person made me upset, is actually incorrect. The correct thing is you would say is, I upset myself by taking in or listening to what this person said. Excuse me. You understand what I'm saying? Chris, you said I gotta send him to the Locario motivation channel. Yeah, you're right. That's what. Yeah, a lot of you guys gotta make sure you guys subscribe to the Locario motivation channel, so you can either go on my page and it should have it on the side, or just type in Locario motivation on YouTube and you could subscribe to that channel. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you do that. And again, make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Make sure you get the audio book. The audio book is fire. Okay? The audio book is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get that. And make sure you guys go to Patreon and hit up the Patreon, because the Patreon has the Bad Boy Show on there and other exclusive videos. I'm going to have some other exclusive videos, some joints on there soon. So you're definitely going to want to, get on that Patreon. You feel what I'm saying? You're saying he got high blood pressure and he's talking shit. Yeah, you got to learn not to let shit get to you, man. Don't let shit get to you. Alpha Mo, you say your friend refuses to learn about game and he keeps letting his girl control him. Well, he gonna have to learn the hard way, man. He's gonna have to learn the hard way. That's what usually happens when dudes don't really want to understand a game. They learn the hard way. And then the funny part is that after they learn the hard way, that's when they want to start understanding the game. When they could have just done it before and, saved themselves some time and energy. Joel, you said getting emotional says more about you than the other person. Real shit. Floyd Arrest, you said, where's the audiobook? Go to mrlocario.com, and it's right on the front page is a little banner that says audiobook. You just click on that, and you can get the audiobook. Or I'm going to have the link below this video, so it says click on the link to get the audiobook or the ebook or whatever. So yeah, definitely, you know, make sure you guys check that out and get that. Because the audiobook is on point. So what's going on, people? So the calling number is 646-481-3901. And so you said, when's the Bad Boy book coming out? The Bad Boy book probably won't be out until like December. So around Christmas time area-ish. I'm still like editing that joint now. See, editing the books, man, that shit, woo. That shit is a monster. Like writing it, editing it. Because the thing with the Bad Boy book is that what I did was, with the Bad Boy shit, the Bad Boy show, we took 5 different shows, transcribed it, edited it down, and then, you know, that's how we're going to put that out. Plus, we're going to have a extra exclusive Bad Boy audio that goes along with the book. So it's going to be some cool shit. You said, is it natural for a chick not to give a damn about your health? What do you mean, Wealthy? What are you talking about? So King David, the new book that I have coming out is called the Bad Boy book. So it's based off the Bad Boy show. So that's the new book I got out. And I have the new audio program for how to have sex with 2 women a day. So if you guys want the audio program of this, make sure you click the link below this video or go to mrlocario.com to get the audio. You said, what if you're foreplaying and shit, and then pull her pants down and it's stinky? Do you leave or tell her? Shit. That's if you want to be a savage, you'd be like, yo, your shit's not, something wrong with that. So we gonna have to call it a day. But I would just say, you know, yeah, don't do it if it smells like hot garbage. Because sometimes when a chick smells really bad, that means she has an STD. Sean Stevie said, why do I call myself the bad boy? So basically, the reason why I call myself the bad boy of the dating game, is because the bad boy is the opposite of the nice guy, right? So the bad boy in the context of dating, what he is he's the more honest guy. He's the more real guy. He's the guy who's more natural. You understand? And I actually talk about this in the Bad Boy seminar. So this is what all you guys should get, the Bad Boy seminar. Or if you're on the Bad Boy membership, you get to listen to and see the Bad Boy seminar for free. But I talked about this in a seminar where I was saying that, you know, the bad boy is the opposite of the nice guy, right? And what the nice guy is he's a guy who sort of lies, bends over backwards, tries to be something for the girl, when the bad boy is just being himself. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, do you believe in like,
yo, what's your name? What's your name?
Drake.
Drake? Did you call earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your question?
Do you believe in, like, every time I run into women, they match with my birth sign, like a Scorpio, Virgo, stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know, do you believe in that type of stuff?
Do I believe in, like, the signs and all that other stuff like that?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Like, I believe that, because you know, I don't believe necessarily that, like, if you're a, you know, Scorpio and this person's a Pisces and y'all are supposed to be able to, like, you know, because they say this sign goes better with that sign and all this other stuff. I don't necessarily believe that, to that extent. I'm sure there's certain things that you know, work in a certain way where it's like certain personality types mesh better with other personality types. I'm not sure if that has to do anything with the signs though. You see what I mean? But I don't necessarily believe that just because, like, let's say you're a Gemini and it says Geminis go well with you know, Leos or Aquariuses or whatever it is. I don't think that necessarily dictates how, you know, the interaction's going to be, because I feel like people are a little bit more complex than that, meaning that there's so many different things that happen in your life and in the girl's life that create sort of that the context of who you are or who you appear to be in this world. You see what I'm saying? So she might be, let's say if you're a Pisces and she's some other sign, and this, you know, it says that these two signs actually work out, it's not necessarily just because of that y'all are going to work out. You feel what I'm saying? It more so is dependent upon if your personality types mesh. If you and her sort of have the same type of things y'all are looking for at any given moment. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the thing. I wouldn't put too much stock into that. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know. But yeah, that's what it is with that. Y'all saying Drake calling too much? Hilarious. Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy. So, Alpha, you said you're a Cancer. You said it'd be accurate. See, I'm a Gemini, so I don't, you know. Because I remember they had an actual book that that I think they had every day of the year in the book, and whatever day you was born is supposed to specifically tell you about yourself and all this other shit. So you said, Dequan, you said if you pick up a girl, bring her home to smash, and she flakes out, would you drive her back to her home or let her find her own way back? Nah, I would tell her to, you know, drive back on her own. Like, well, if it's a situation where I was driving her and I was her only way to get home, then yeah, I'll drive her home. But if she can find transportation, I'll be like, yeah, take the bus or something, or the train or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? Wealthy, you say you dated 3 Scorpios and they were all freaks? Crazy. But yeah, that's the worst though, when you know, when you taking a chick to the spot, or you at the spot and then she's on some, I don't feel like doing it, and you're like, alright, you gotta go. It's over. You gotta fucking get out of here. You feel me? So what time is it? Okay, we got like 10 minutes left, people. 10 minutes left, so if you want to call in. Let me see. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, this is A from Virginia.
Alright, what's going on with you?
What's up, man? Got him right now. Yeah, I got like a couple questions, man. I ain't even expect to go, you know, to get through. You know what I mean? But I got a couple questions.
Cool. So what's going on with you?
One of them is like lately, I was doing the online dating thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, see, basically with me, man, I used to do that shit a lot. You know what I mean? But I had kind of fell back from it. You know what I mean? Because there was a couple of joints I was talking to on a regular basis, but I decided to get back into it. And I've been listening to what you've been saying about, you know, not trying to talk the chick to death when you first, you know what I'm saying, trying to link up with them and all that shit.
Right.
Because that used to be the thing I used to do all the time, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I talk to them, you know what I mean, because feel like that's one of my strengths or whatever.
Right.
But lately, what I noticed, and I think it's both of these, you know, chicks I was talking to, they were a little older. You know what I'm saying? And one of them was like I hit her up or whatever, and then she was talking about how she had preferred that I, she wanted to know, like, she wanted to get to know me or whatever. And I was like, that's cool and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I tried to tell her, I don't do a whole lot of talking on the phone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was acting like, I could tell when she said it, like she had an issue, whatever. So, I was trying to, link up with her, whatever, man, but she ghosted me. So, I left her alone, but she ended up hitting me back.
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me that the reason why, I hadn't heard from her was because she was having some type of issue with her family and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, it's cool. So I'm like, what's up? And she hit me back, and we were supposed to be linking up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just basically, she, we make the date, and then she'll call me, and then she tell me some excuse and all this stuff like that.
Right.
But basically, what she did, she ended up doing was she ended up calling me back, and she was telling me that she felt like she wanted to get to know me first because she wanted to make sure she wasn't wasting her time and all that. I heard me and everything. And I'm like, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? And then she ended up calling me back to flake on me, you know what I'm saying? That's one of them.
Right.
The other one, you know what I'm saying? This jump right here was 50, right?
Mm.
Well, I just told you about 35. This next one was 50, but she was bad. Like, she was like one of the bad Texas Cougar chicks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, now, I was trying to get up with her, and I sent her the message like months ago, like at least about a month or two ago. And she hit me back, and she admitted that, like, yeah, I'm just not seeing your message. I'm like, whatever, bitch, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
She hit me up or whatever, and we had same thing, you know what I'm saying? I had made a date with her, whatever, and then I was talking with her, and she was like, I made a date for the, she was like, yeah, all right, well, hopefully I'll talk to you then. This is all this on the text message.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I just said, all right, you know what I mean? So, when the date comes, like in the morning, I hit her up just to make sure, like, we still on or whatever.
Right.
And, she ain't in, you know what I'm saying? Because before that, she just hit me with the random good morning, John. I said good morning back. She didn't answer, all right? So, cool. So then the day of the date, I called up, and I was like, yo, we still on or whatever. And she didn't hit me back. So, basically, that's two joints. And what I'm noticing, this is what I did, though. Like, recently, I decided to call her up out the blue.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what's up? She had like, she didn't know who I was, so I know what's up with that.
Wow.
And she was telling me that, yeah, basically she was telling me that, I was like, yeah, I thought you maybe wanted to hear my voice or whatever. And then she was saying that, I'm like, yo, we still gonna make the date. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when are you free or whatever? And she said, she gave me some shit about how, she taking care of her grandson and all that stuff like that. She might have some Boy Scout shit or whatever to do. She hit me back. And I was like, yeah, I thought you wanted to hear my voice. She like, basically, she had said that, yeah, that would have been nice. Like, hit me back on Friday. Well, it is Friday. And I heard back from her. So I just want to know what was up with that. I just figured maybe it was because they was older people used to their ways. I had a question about that.
Right. Well, this is the thing, man. You got to understand a lot with a lot of these chicks, and this don't even, it could be older chicks, younger chicks, whatever, you understand. Usually it's younger chicks that be doing this shit, but you still got older girls, older women that'll do this, and you just gonna have to charge their ass to the game, man. Like, because dude, all of that like back and forth and all of that flaking and all that other extra goofy shit, and especially if a chick is older, you charge her ass to the game. You understand? Because they too old to be acting like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she ain't no 21-year-old, 22-year-old in her prime. So it's like, nah, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, she should be glad that you're even trying to give her the time of day. So if she's on that bullshit, nah, we good. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we good. You understand? Because the thing is, see, women always got a choice. They have a choice as to who they're going to spend their time with. You understand? Because they'll have dudes here and there trying to holler at them, whatever. So if they really like you, they're going to make it happen. It's going to happen easy. It's going to go down easy. A lot of times what happens is that either, they get caught up in their, the bullshit happening in their life or whatever, or they're fucking with like this guy or that guy, and they're trying to figure shit out with the other dudes they fucking with. So therefore, if they're not figuring shit out, it's kind of like they have you on the sideline. So it's just like, okay, well then I'm good. I ain't really trying to be on some sideline shit with you. So peace out. You feel what I'm saying? Because the ones who actually really want to do it, they're gonna cooperate. The ones who aren't, they aren't. And this is the part of the game a lot of dudes understand, is that there's so many women out there who they're going to, like, most of the women that you deal with is going to be chicks you're going to have to charge, you know, immediately, or you're just going to have to charge them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because they it's just so much attention whoring. It's so much times where chicks are with you or trying to get with you, but they're intimidated by you. You understand? Because how old are you?
I just turned 39, bro. Like Tuesday.
Right. So you were a little bit younger than them. So they probably looking at you like, okay, you got this younger guy probably who they're thinking is already probably out of their league, because this is how sometimes women think, and they instead of you know, rejecting them, they rather reject you first, or they rather, you know, ghost on you first before you get to do it to them. You see what I'm saying? Because for a woman, once she gets emotionally invested in you, that's scary to a lot of women, which is why a lot of them don't want to even bother. This is why you get a lot of flakes. Like, even with myself, I give you myself for example. I've had women who, because they know, you know, they know I'm in an open relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So there's times where I would actually talk to chicks, you know, even on Tinder. I meet a chick on Tinder, and on my Tinder profile it says, yo, I'm in an open relationship. You understand? So sometimes the chick will swipe, but they didn't really read the profile yet. You feel what I'm saying? So then they try, you know, we would probably set up a date or some shit, or they'll be talking to me and they'll be like, oh, you're in an open relationship, and what does that mean? And, you know, this and this and that. And I went out with women who have told me just straight up to my face, they're like, oh, you know, I'm really attracted to you, but you know, you have a wife, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel later, and what if I get attached, and you know, they all this other extra shit, which creates a situation for them not for me to end up not fucking with them. You understand? And I gotta charge them to the game. You feel what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, man.
So I'll say just charge them to the game and keep that shit pushing. And anytime you're dealing with a chick who's on that shit, just keep that shit pushing. Just figure out what you're trying to do and what your agenda is, and then the girls who want to actually do that are gonna flow with your agenda. It's really that simple. Like, a lot of dudes think they'll be thinking, damn, should I not do this, or should I not, you know, tell her or go this way or try to move this fast? And it's like, no, it's not about that. If the girl wants you, or if she wants to really fuck with you, and she's level-headed to make it happen, she's gonna make it happen. It's really that simple. You feel what I mean?
Right.
So, you know.
I appreciate that, bro. Hey, I got one quick question. This is short. I know you know what I mean, you don't want to keep about the line long time. I got one
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I work in, I work in retail. I got a couple jobs. I work in retail, right?
Right.
So, what I'm curious about is, like, where I work at, I see a lot of bad junk come up in there all the time. You know what I'm saying? What I do is, now I holler at a couple of them or whatever. Right. But I was thinking, like, I want to know your opinion on that. Now, for one side, I'm looking at, like, I got to watch how I do it, because I got, you know, people up in there, like the co-workers and employers looking at me and shit.
Right.
And maybe some potential, maybe customers hating or trying to be funny or some shit like that, trying to cause some bullshit, sexual harassment. But all that to the side, I'm really thinking about, like, shit. Are they, like, are they going to be more prone to be carrying me because I'm up in there in the uniform and shit? Because sometimes I feel like I get the cooperation. Sometimes I feel like maybe because they see me, oh, this nigga ain't got no money. You know what I mean? I'm good, but they don't know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my part-time thing. I was curious about your opinion on that whole thing. Because, like, I work so much, I don't really have enough the opportunity to go out as much as I used to. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of a lot of times get my practice. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it'd be so many bad jumps up in there, I'd just be like, fuck it. But I'd be wondering, is it because they see, like, okay, this nigga right here work here, he ain't really got nothing popping on, you know what I'm saying? So I was curious about your opinion about that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like
part of it could be that, because sometimes, you know, the fact that, you know, you're working at the same place they are at, they're looking at you sort of like on the same level or even below. You understand? Because chicks be looking at dudes, and they're always trying to find the guy who's either on their level or above. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're at the same spot, sometimes that'll, you know, they're too familiar with you. They know about your work. They know probably how much you're getting paid, and maybe in certain situations, all that other shit. But like you said, they don't know about the other stuff. But what I would say is that a lot of that shouldn't necessarily even matter at the end of the day if you're really trying to do something with the girls. But what I would say too is you got to also be careful, because I always talk about, trying to holler at chicks at your job. You got to be careful about that too, because you don't want to lose your job. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
You see what I mean? So you got to definitely make sure that you doing it correctly. And even in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, for all you guys out there, I have a whole chapter on how to fuck with your coworkers like the right way. So if you actually want to like flirt with the coworkers and do shit, you got to do it a specific way that will help you not actually, get fired or get any of that bullshit going on. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say like, it's nothing to sort of just lightly, have conversations with the women you work with or whatever, and just sort of have like some banter back and forth. But you don't want to make it too much going on that's happening in your job situation, because it can get to the point where it's going to be an issue, and you don't want to necessarily lose your job over you just trying to talk to some chicks out over there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mostly was talking about the customers, because I actually did fuck with somebody up there, and that's another story. I don't want to get into that because I had a question about that.
Right. Oh, so you talking about hollering at the customers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a different thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it all depends. Because do you do anything? You do other stuff besides working there?
Yeah, I got another job.
Okay, so you do some other stuff out there, and you got like other things going on, like other hobbies and shit that you do and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah. Right. I mostly work, man. But I am in the process of trying to get all that other shit straight. I am, you know what I mean? But
right.
I work a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have a lot of spare time, but I am working on, bettering myself and all that other shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
the thing, going back to school and reading.
Right. Well, the thing is, I would say this: if you talking to a customer, right? I would say the only way that you should do it is if you see that like if she's like, let's say you helping out a customer and y'all talking and you helping her get some shit or whatever, and if you see that she's sort of like cool and shit, you know what I'm saying, where you can actually like have a conversation with her, she seems pleasant and all that other stuff, then if you have like a card with you or a business card, you say, hey, you seem cool. Here's my information, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. You understand? Like, make it very, very indirect. You understand?
Right.
So you'd be like, you got Instagram? Oh, yeah, cool. Here's my card. Hit me up and follow me on Instagram, whatever. Just follow me, hit me up, I'll follow you back. And now once they do follow you on Instagram, then you go in at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it's outside of your actual, work thing. You see what I'm saying? Now it's off work.
Yeah. See, that's why you asked me if I had the other stuff going on, so I can have that card.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
About, right?
Exactly.
I got
So
you.
So that's the way you gotta definitely make it happen. You feel me?
Yeah, but basically, like just like if I'm up in that situation, it's like it would be different than on the street. Cause I'm starting to look at it like that anyway. Like you on the streets, you just do whatever you say, do whatever the fuck you want to. But when you up there, you kind of gotta watch. Like, okay,
right,
you
exactly.
might be interested.
Exactly.
Then approach, but don't like go out of bounds with it, because that might be an issue.
Exactly. Real talk. So yeah, definitely holler at them that way. You feel me? But yo, thanks for the call, bro. I appreciate that shit.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that, man. I got the little membership and everything. You doing your thing.
Oh, definitely.
That's what's up. That's real shit. Like I know. I've been doing it.
That's what's up, bro. Appreciate that stuff.
Right,
I'll holler at you, man. All right.
No doubt. You take it easy.
All right. Peace. All right, people. It is about that time. God damn it. So listen. Make sure you guys click the link below. Get the book. How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Also get the audiobook. Make sure you guys go to Bad Boy Membership and join the Bad Boy Membership so you can become a Bad Boy member. Also hit me up on the Patreon. And also make sure that you guys hit me up for the 30-minute game sessions. So all of the stuff is going to be below the video. so you guys can get that popping. So I want to thank all you for, you know, chilling. Let me give the shout outs real quick. Who we got? We got Chris Martinez, Koi Kai 86, You're Small Time, Sean Steed, the Alpha Male. Who else? Wealthy, Sticky E in the building, Video King, Explode, Albert Michelson, Derek Jones. Who else we had up in here? Ra, Jason Smith. Who else we had up in this piece? Daquan, Savage D Savage, Kenwood Drive, King David the Handsome. Who else? Floydorus, Purdue. Who else? Bernard Thomas. So we had a lot of people in. Johnny Bravo, what up? Had a lot of people up in here, man. I appreciate all of you guys chilling. We have Chris G up in this piece, Ron Coleman, all the people's up in the place. So yeah, hit me up next week, same time, same place. I might do a live stream during the week, maybe Wednesday night, we'll see. All right, so I'll holler at you guys later. Make sure you check me out on Steve the Dean Show at 6, and I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Later.